Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for those unforgettable moments when Chris Farley's unbridled energy, commitment to character, and sheer comedic genius proved too much for his fellow cast members to handle, resulting in visible cracks, giggles, and outright explosions of laughter. Number 20, The Chris Farley Show with Jeff Daniels. The Chris Farley Show sketches were a meta-comedic masterclass in awkward charm, showcasing Farley as an intensely nervous, starstruck interviewer, a persona so endearing it was surprising he didn't break guests more often.
This is the Chris Farley Show, and tonight my host is Jeff Daniels, one of the greatest actors around, I guess.
Farley's bumbling questions, often beginning with "remember when" and ending with a simplistic observation about the guest's past work, were excruciatingly funny yet oh so clumsy. His interview with Jeff Daniels perfectly encapsulated this, as Farley struggles to articulate questions without fumbling or repeating himself.
Walked down all the broken glass with his bare feet?
Yes.
Did you like that?
Yes.
Yeah, I did too. That was awesome.
While it doesn't register as strongly as the other breaks featured on this list, Daniels is clearly enjoying Farley's childlike adoration.
God, I hate doing this part, man. I never know what to say.
Oh, no, you're doing fine, Chris. You're doing good.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I'm not. Anyway.
Number 19, Dante. This is an underrated sketch from season 20. In it, Farley plays a ruthless fashion designer who treats everyone around him like they're last year's trends.
In this office, you work for me.
But Dante...
Go away.
Given the combination of callousness and flamboyance he brings to the role, there are plenty of opportunities for his scene mates to break throughout. However, everyone manages to just about keep it together, except, you guessed it, Adam Sandler.
Hey there, I got a package here for Dante.
I am Dante.
All right.
From the moment he first enters for his brief appearance, he can't hide his amusement from his face. It's probably just as well that we can't see him after Farley literally kicks him out, because we imagine he's full-on laughing by then.
I wish you could do me a favor and buzz off.
Oh, man.
There you go. Here's your
Number 18, Weekend Update, Chris Farley and David Spade on spring break. Chris Farley and David Spade were both staples on Weekend Update, but bring them together and you get chaos. In this bit, the duo discusses their spring break, and we use the word discuss very loosely. Honestly, it's surprising everyone holds it together for as long as they do.
And the pirate was like, "Arr!"
Chevy Chase was going, eh.
And the priest was like, "Ah!"
And the maitre d' was going,
And the skipper was going, "Deep!"
But after all the hays, haws, gurs, and more, host Phil Hartman cuts in and questions what on earth they're on about and tries to encourage them to use real words. It's from there that the whole thing devolves, taking any remnants of the human language and Spade's composure with it.
No, you're like, yeah.
David and Chris, ladies and gentlemen. David and Chris.
Number 17, Chris Farley Monologue. When Chris hosted the show, he used his monologue to remind everyone why he'd been such a beloved member of the cast to begin with.
Chris, what are you doing in my dressing room? The show's already started.
This is your dressing room? This used to be my dressing room.
In hindsight, there's a lot of sadness to this monologue, not just because it would be Farley's last appearance, but also because they'd take a somewhat meta approach to the entire bit. However, when Farley eventually makes it out on the studio floor, it doesn't take him long to not only make himself laugh, but take down his colleagues too when he ironically stumbles over the word responsibility.
Thank you, Chris. I've really learned some lessons tonight. You know what I've learned? I've learned lessons about responsibility. Being responsible, not only to myself, but to the people around me. Yeah. That means you guys.
Luckily, he recovers quickly enough to remind us of some of his SNL highlights.
I'm the new Chris, okay, fellas? Now, we're got a great show tonight. Mighty, mighty Bosstones are here.
Number 16, Chris Farley as Norman Schwarzkopf. Farley's impressions were never about flawless vocal mimicry. They were about capturing the colossal energy and defining characteristics of a personality, then blowing them up to hilarious extremes.
And I'll tell you one more thing. I want Holyfield. I want Holyfield. I showed you what these guns could do.
So naturally, they'd often force a smile from those around him. His portrayal of General Norman Schwarzkopf was a prime example. He takes the general's commanding presence, gruff demeanor, and imposing stature, all filtered through his unique lens.
Holyfield Schwarzkopf! It's a war on the shore! I will wail and prevail!
Farley amplified the impression with his own bombastic physicality, booming voice, and exaggerated gestures, creating a larger-than-life caricature that would be difficult to take seriously. You can see Dennis Miller's amusement watching Farley's sheer commitment to this over-the-top characterization.
General Norman Schwarzkopf, folks. Need one of those spit shields from the salad bar.
Number 15, the Herlihy Boy dog-sitting service. Were these sketches essentially designed to see how long it would take Farley to break Sandler?
The boy knows a dog trick. Let him teach it to your dog. I don't know.
It sure feels like that. Don't get us wrong, Sandler's dialogue is so goofy that it feels like it should be enough to make him go without Farley's help. However, the constant zooming in and out on Sandler and his scene partner really complements the vast energy shifts between the two characters.
And you know damn well the dog likes it too. Just let it happen. That's all we want, dear. Let it happen.
Farley's Mr. O'Malley feels so strongly about the Herlihy Boy's requests that it takes Sandler every ounce of his being not to laugh every single time. That doesn't mean a smile doesn't slide through the cracks time and time again.
It's what you want. You know I'll back you. Good Lord, let the boy be your dog.
Number 14, cold opening, Matt Foley. We'll see Matt Foley break many people today, but it's not every day you catch him laughing at himself.
Yo tengo 365 años. Yo soy tres divorciado. Y yo vivo en van cerca de un rio.
If you thought his wild energy was hilarious in English, just wait until you hear him attempting his usual act in Spanish. Well, more like Spanglish. While Farley may be the first to lose it, he's not the only one, especially when he brings out the flamenco.
Chachos, yo comprendo que ustedes beben tequila, fuman marijuana, y bailan el flamenco.
Farley's knack for unleashing this unhinged energy makes things super unpredictable for his co-stars, who must often play off his antics. The mix of cultures and comedy leads to plenty of uncontrollable laughter on set, showing how Farley's talent knew no boundaries.
Show you what Americana is all about. Whoops a daisy.
Number 13, Splash Zone. This sketch is total chaos, and it's Farley at his best. It takes place at a sea park where the space of a seat divides the incredibly lucky from the splash zone.
Good Lord! That is a lot of water! Wow! God! I really got doused there!
Farley gets soaked over and over, while everyone else somehow dodges the worst of it. He flails, panics, and ends up completely drenched. And you can't help but laugh at how committed he is to every ridiculous moment.
Damn it! That fish really got me! Son of a bitch!
His co-stars barely keep it together. And honestly, who could? We know exactly what's coming, but that doesn't make it any less funny each time it happens. You can see that even the extras are finding this absolutely hilarious.
Dishwater was bad enough, but this is 1,000 times worse! I'm covered in a sticky yellow egg substitute!
Number 12, Canteen Boy goes to a garage sale. Canteen Boy was a staple 90s character, although he's become somewhat controversial now, but that's a story for another day.
Oh, Canteen Boy, that's two impressions you can do. You're good at doing an owl, and you're good at doing a dork.
In this sketch, Canteen Boy attends a garage sale. where he's not exactly treated too kindly by the guy running it all and his friends.
I've already seen what I want, and it's hanging around your neck.
Oh, seriously, you don't understand. This is not for sale.
No, you don't understand, Canteen Boy. I want that canteen.
However, it's the moment Farley enters the scene, you first spot a smirk appear on Sandler's face. He knows what's coming. We imagine no matter how many times they rehearsed this moment, Farley decided to save his best work for this very take. To be fair, how else do you react when you're forced to endure such antics on live television? Number 11, Matt Foley, A Scary Story on Halloween. Yes, it's Matt Foley again, and this time he's back with a spooky Halloween tale. He barely gets started before he has host Christian Slater trying to hide his face.
And I am a motivational speaker. Before I begin, I ought to tell you a little about myself so you'll know where I'm coming from.
It's just as well, as some of the laughter is scripted, as the cast certainly benefited from masking just some of their amusement at Foley's shenanigans. Of course, it's Farley's physical comedy that means the cast can no longer contain themselves, especially when, once again, Foley smashes into the table while holding Spade.
How about that? Hey, look at this! I'm gonna throw some eggs around! Look at me go here!
Matt manages to break everything in his path, from his scene mates to the table and even the window.
What are you looking at? I've done my job. If you need me, I'll be extracting glass from my rear end in a van down by the river.
Number 10, Matt Foley at the gym.
All right, how you guys doing? Okie dokie, my name, for all of you who don't know me, is Matt Foley, and I am a motivational speaker.
When he returned to host SNL, Chris Farley brought back one of his best sketches. This premise sees the character giving a pep talk to an exercise class. The motivational speaker finds an opportunity to run wild after grabbing a pot of coffee. Pouring it all over himself, the performer receives some hilarious reactions from the likes of Jim Brewer and Tim Meadows.
Shut your pipe hole, Missy!
All right, look, Matt, take it easy. Look, this is not gonna work out.
Farley even breaks himself up for a second before playing off of Meadows' trainer. While it might not be the best version of this skit, this scene does manage to offer up some more laughs courtesy of the legend.
However, I've forgotten mine. Is kind of a moot point.
Gross. You cannot be serious.
Number 9, the Herlihy Boy house-sitting service.
Let me water your plants.
Come on, let the boy water your plants.
In this commercial, Adam Sandler's character really tries to sell his service. He pleads with the camera to be a house sitter while Mr. O'Malley helps out. The latter role is played by Chris Farley in a number of asides that only get angrier with each passing moment.
Mother of God, what is the holdup? Let the boy sleep in your damn bed! He said he'd wash the sheets!
Each time that O'Malley takes over, his counterpart seems to be clenching his jaw shut so he doesn't laugh. This all leads to a huge blow-up from Farley, at which point Sandler struggles to hide his smiles.
Have you seen somebody happy? So just let him move in! For the love of God, let the boy move in with you!
Given this setup, it's amazing that neither performer falls over laughing at some point. Number 8, Pepper Boy.
You see that man right there? Yeah. Big, fat, bushy beard. Big, fat, bushy beard. He like a 3 twists of pepper.
Set at a nice restaurant, this sketch features 2 waiters eagerly peppering food. Dana Carvey's character tries to mentor Adam Sandler's staff member in some choice moments. This also includes some stellar voices from both performers, though the surprise star is a guest played by Chris Farley. After seasoning the man's dish, Sandler covers his face as he receives an extremely loud response.
Why, thank you, Pepper Boy! That's the perfect amount of pepper! Bravo!
Grazie.
The hilarious performance doesn't last long, but it does leave a massive impression on the scene. His presence nearly tears a hole in the skit in the best way possible. With a solid beard and costume, Farley really knows how to take one line and make it his own.
Freshly pepper.
Why, yes!
Number 7. Gap Girls at the Food Court. In another showcase of 1990s SNL, some of the best stars of the decade assembled for this sketch. The performers eat at the food court with an iconic line from Chris Farley.
Lay off me, I'm starving.
Diet starts Monday.
There's also some vocal work from the likes of Adam Sandler that's especially hilarious. By the time Rob Schneider and Sarah Gilbert's characters show up, Farley delivers a comeback that's equally funny for being so strange.
When they were passing out brains, you thought they said trains. And then you got on it and on a train and then went for a ride.
This leads Schneider to break as he watches his co-star steal the scene. While the voices and costumes are great, it's these kinds of mistakes that bring people back for more.
Really, whatever.
Whatever!
Whatever! Have fun making minimum wage, girls.
Number 6. Breaking into the Central Park Zoo polar bear cage. Not every SNL sketch has an amazing script, but they can still be hugely entertaining. This skit, set at the zoo, is a prime example of this concept. The star-studded lineup decides to take their turn jumping into a polar bear cage.
What happened? What happened? Did the bear get him? I'm not wearing my glasses.
Yeah, the polar bear killed Jay.
As each one gets torn to shreds, blood splatters all over the survivors, and the remaining actors start to slowly lose it. This all leads up to Norm Macdonald and Chris Farley's characters being left, with both performers ready to break at any moment.
Who was the first guy that went in there?
Are you serious? You forgot which of our buddies was killed first? It was Jay Moore, you arse.
Yeah, but, what's Jay's middle name? I forget.
The latter's performance causes Macdonald to crack up. You could call this some kind of train wreck, but it's definitely an enjoyable one.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna jump in there because I'm sure the bear is full by now.
Number 5. Chris Farley as Bennett Brower.
That's right, Bennett Brauer back with another commentary. Thought you'd seen the last of old Bennett, perhaps.
While he's a lesser-known character, Bennett Brower does create this hilarious segment on Weekend Update. The correspondent makes ample use of air quotes throughout this skit. At one point, he's supposed to take off with the help of some wires. Chris Farley breaks character and ad-libs when he realizes there's a problem. Ready for some improvisation, the performer turns this mistake into a fantastic moment.
Look at Kevin! But I'm doing something!
Even host Kevin Nealon has to come to the rescue, laughing as he has to try to adjust the rigging. After making his co-star leave his chair, Farley finally soars through the air in a satisfying ending.
Maybe the cables didn't clear the light, ladies and gentlemen.
Number 4. Zagats with Hank and Beverly Gelfand. Anniversary.
Maybe we can all find a place in our Zagat's New York restaurant guide. Let's take a look together.
This volatile couple tries to use a guidebook to look for a restaurant. Throughout the sketch, Hank Gelfand keeps nagging Beverly to stop. Chris Farley plays his part perfectly as Adam Sandler tries to remain calm. The former touches the latter's leg, which almost stops the scene.
Their sensual setting will set the mood for any romantic rendezvous. Oh, hear that, Hank?
After stifling a laugh, Sandler takes the book and rips it up. He shares a look with his co-star in the heat of the moment that breaks both of them. Their quick recovery puts them back on script, but it's still fun to see the skit go off the rails.
Let's find a show to watch in our TV guide.
Just when I thought I was out, she drags me back in.
Number 3. Adam Sandler, Lunch Lady Land. This hilarious tribute to the work of lunch ladies is great on its own, but it's the work of Chris Farley that takes it to another level.
Just know everything's doing fine down here in Lunch Lady Land.
Adam Sandler delivers this homage while his co-star dances around in a memorable outfit. The two start to interact as Farley mouths the words, with the singer having to keep a straight face during his performance.
Hoagies and grinders, hoagies and grinders. Navy beans, navy beans, navy beans, navy beans.
Sandler especially looks to be having the time of his life. They both share a fun moment as they struggle to hold back laughter. With all the stellar choreography and funny lyrics, this sketch cracks everyone up in an iconic display.
Sloppy Joe, sloppy Joe. Well.
Number 2, Matt Foley, scaring kids straight in prison.
Let's give it up for my cellmate 3, Matt Foley. All right, howdy do, Deacon.
For this variation on the popular sketch, the motivational speaker finds himself behind bars teaching teens about prison. Chris Farley's entrance is full of energy and loud enough to get his co-stars on the verge of laughter. Once the comedian sets his sights on fellow cast member Adam Sandler, he really kicks it up a notch. Sandler can barely contain himself as Farley pronounces words like purdy in his own special way.
It's pretty funny. Let me rephrase that. That's funny, and you're purdy.
You can clearly see that the Matt Foley character is funny enough to even break the professionals. Like a friend trying to tell his buddies a joke, the lead performer can't help himself in a wonderfully crazy performance.
Yeah, well, I just bought you back.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1, Matt Foley, Van Down by the River.
Now, as your father probably told you, my name is Matt Foley, and I am a motivational speaker.
In the first and most iconic version of this skit, Chris Farley comes out as the fully formed character Matt Foley. The motivational speaker gives a talk to 2 teenagers that quickly breaks down. Farley's performance might be the peak of physical comedy, along with one of the best catchphrases in the show's history.
You're using your paper not for writing, but for rolling doobies. You're gonna be doing a lot of doobie rolling when you're living in a van down by the river.
Flying off the handle, the performer gets up close and personal with David Spade and Christina Applegate's characters. This leads them to hide their laughs behind their hands. Before the comedian can even fall through the coffee table, he already had his co-stars breaking down.
There's you there! Whoops-a-daisy.
Did we forget another time that Farley made people laugh? Let us know in the comments.
We're gonna be buddies, we're gonna be pals, we're gonna wrestle around!
Which Chris Farley moment are you surprised didn't make the cast break? Let us know in the comments.